Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is me, your English language instructor Muhammad Hasnain, once again with all of you people today. Today we are going to be doing one of my infamous courses. If you people don't know who I am, you people can check out some of my older videos, and now I'm going to be performing what you people may not be familiar with. Well, recently I had a bit of problem with my older channel, so I'm going to be uploading on this new channel, and if you're watching this from Facebook, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So, for now, let's get into the topic. So, basically, I'm Muhammad Hasnain. I'm an English language teacher, journalist, writer, actor, and I do pretty much everything there is, and I'm Pakistani and 10, so I'm a world record holder currently, and I teach English quite easily, and quite frankly I do it basic English language and easy English language. But this time I'm going to be doing something different. I've started my advanced grammar course of English language, which will be covering advanced topics, which is not going to be having anything basic, which will have everything in depth and everything on a level that you need to understand and on a level that you need to learn. So for now, that's all for today. Let's get into the topic. Indefinite adjectives. Now, if you're new to the channel, let me introduce you to my theories. First of all, how did I learn English? I was a normal kid. My first mother tongue language was Urdu, then it was Pashto. Pashto is my regional language, Urdu is my national language. These are two my native language, and I'm Pakistani, so these were my mother tongues. But then when I got older, I learned a few more languages, which included English language, Chinese, Japanese, and quite some other languages. So basically, English language wasn't that easy for me. I didn't know how to speak it because I was Pakistani, and most people in Pakistan, if you know how to speak English, you get treated royal and you get treated great. But that wasn't my motive for learning English language. I just wanted to learn it. I used to come, I used to sit in the classes, learn nothing, and I still to this day have quite some problems with grammar, because I was the type of kid that spoke perfect English language with perfect grammatical structure and words and a great vocabulary. But still, I had that one problem with me, which was I didn't even know what English language grammar was or how English language grammar used to be. But when I got a little bit older and nearly to the time when I got to turn into a teacher, nearly at that time I started understanding and learning English, because I knew that's very important. And I understand you people. Grammar goes over your head and you don't understand what grammar's saying. It just flies by and it just goes through one ear and gets out of the other. So it's quite frankly for everybody it's problematic. But I'm gonna simplify English language grammar. I don't believe in definitions. I don't believe in cramming the definition. I believe in understanding it and using it in your English language as a daily part. Practice makes a man perfect. That is my motto. And secondly, last but not least, learn grammar with the first name or with the name of grammar. We make a big mistake. We go for long type of definitions, etc. Like here, I have a whole plethora of definitions with us. But indefinite adjective, for example, it's visible by the name. If you know what definite and indefinite is, what direct and indirect is, what definite adjectives are and what indefinite are, you're gonna know everything about this. So it's quite frankly a simple thing. So by the name, it's visible. So as an English language teacher, I have this thing that we all teachers pretty much have as an English language teachers. So indefinite here, think of the name. Name. What is indefinite? We go for names in my classes. So let's understand the name first. If you people are frankly, because it's an extra little bit more advanced, not the advanced. Lots of people say this and it's wrong. Most advanced. Not the most advanced class, but it's actually a little bit more advanced. So if you people know about direct and indirect, or indefinite and definite, you people are going to be very frank and very easy with what I'm going to be having here and what I'm going to be saying here. So for that reason, you have to understand. So basically, indefinite. It's the same term that we use in indefinite noun, indefinite pronoun. It's not noun and pronoun, more like indefinite verbs, etc. Etc. There isn't anything specific. It's not like indefinite is like a structure, but indefinite sentences. That's more like it. Because I have never heard somebody say indefinite verbs or noun, but there may be. So indefinite sentences and indefinite and definite sentences. Wrap your head around this. It's gonna be a bit crazy, but it's simple. Believe me, it's gonna be simple. So indefinite, just add an adjective to it. It shows how it is, or it shows that what does it do. It's quite simple. It's quite easy. Nothing to get scared about. When I was younger, indefinite, definite, direct, indirect, and gerund, and some other things, these were my nightmares. So I know many of you have those problems. Definition is important, after all. In your exams, in your daily life, in your many different things, you're going to use your definitions. So for that reason, never forget definitions, even though you don't like it, and maybe cram it with yourself, but understanding the subject or the topic is more important than cramming, because definitions will only help you in your writing or in your test. It will never help you actually learn a language. The indefinite adjective precedes a noun or a pronoun and modifies it. It precedes and modifies the noun or pronoun. So it's not talking about the definitive, we can say subjective or objective type of verbs. It does not show that one specification, or it does not specify what adjective may be. It does not specify that what a noun may be, what something may be. It does not specify. So it erases that specification, and that is basically what indefinite is. Indefinite means something that's not defining anything in specific, or not going for specification, and is subjective, and overall works with everybody. An indefinite adjective precedes a noun or a pronoun and modifies it. It modifies it to be indefinite. Wrap your head around that. That was crazy. Indefinite pronoun replaces a noun. Now, indefinite pronouns are there, and they replace a normal average noun. And for that, we have some indefinite words, which is each, any, many, much, most, few, several, and some. It's quite simple, nothing to get scared about. These are some of the examples of indefinite words, which is each. We have with us each, we have any, we have many, we have much, we have most, we have few, we have several, we have some. So it's a little bit confusing. I know everybody has that problem, but it's just simple, very simple. So basically, when we go to the examples, you're going to understand everything. So examples: we are having some rice in lunch today. We are having some rice in lunch today. So some here works as showing us that what it is. It is being indefinite here. Right before a noun or a pronoun, it comes there and works as an indefinite adjective. It shows how it's indefinite. It's not subjective. It's not very. You're not saying that I had a bowl of. I had a bowl of rice. I had some plates of rice. It's not saying that. It's saying that we are having some rice. It's not specifying, it's being indefinite, and that is what indefinite adjectives are. So here some performs as an indefinite adjective. Rice in lunch today. I like rice. Can I have some rice, please? I like rice. Can I have some rice, please? So you can also use any. Can I have any rice? But any is more subjective. Any is not something that you use with uncountable nouns or pronouns. Not pronouns, but nouns. Like water, etc. You cannot say like that. Can I have any water? Can I have some water? Water. But simply, I've also specialized a little bit in different accents. So, yeah, I can speak British and American. So, for that, we are having some rice in lunch today. I like rice. Can I have some rice, please? Can I have some? Some here, again, just like the old one, works perfectly fine as an indefinite adjective. Many people like mangoes. Mangoes. That felt illegal to say, but sure, many people like mangoes. Now, many here was not being specific. It was being indefinite, and that's why it is an indefinite adjective. And many people like mangoes. Nobody can say no to mangoes because mangoes are perfect. But the thing is, it gets messy sometimes, and I don't like messy things. But sure, we can go with it. So many people like mangoes. Many here works as an indefinite adjective. Is there anyone who like mangoes? Is there anyone who likes mangoes? I might have to add an little s because as we're writing we may miss some things. So, is there anyone who likes mangoes? Is there anyone who likes mangoes? Now, any here is showing that kya koi hai? Anybody. It's not specifying that is there any student. And even if it's saying any student, it's still not specifying, using an indefinite adjective. Is there any, etc., etc.? Is there any, etc., etc.? So it's saying with whenever there is any, it's indefinite adjective. I cannot say that you can use no, any, or you can't use indefinite adjective here because that's how it works. You have to use an indefinite adjective in this form of structure. But it's complicated. It's gonna be easy. You have to understand it. Is there anyone who likes mangoes? Well, yeah, everybody likes mangoes as it is classified as king of mangoes, but mango is king of all fruits. So simply, yeah, that's it. It's quite easy, nothing complicated, nothing problematic. Most people get a bit confused with what they are doing, what they are not doing. So don't get confused. Do your best. Practice makes a man perfect, and no man is perfect. There is always, never wish for perfection, never work for perfection, always work in betterment, always work in refinement. I worked in refinement for years, 7 years experience in many fields, writing columns, doing many different things like journalism, radio broadcasting, 7 years of experience in 4-5 fields, like teaching, for example. So, quite some things. Wrap your head around this and learn it. And if you didn't understand anything, go back and watch the whole series. And if you haven't watched, subscribe to my channel, subscribe or follow my page. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and Allah Hafiz.